Grab a pint with your pooch. That's the case at the King's Head in Birmingham, where dogs are allowed into the pub with their owners.
On my travels, I saw a couple of places that had started to do a dog-friendly area, and I thought it was something that we could do here at the King's Head, and we could do it quite well because we're on a trail of a lot of dog walking areas. Obviously there's Lightwoods Park just over the road and Worley Woods. So I approached the owner, who's a dog owner himself and has two lovely dogs, and asked if it was something we could try. So we thought, you know what, let's have a go, but let's check with our local residents first. So we put it out on Facebook and got a good response.
Stopping off for a coffee and a biscuit with their pets, owners like the idea.
Who have we got here with us today?
We've got Phoenix here, and this is Cheryl. We've been very restricted and not knowing where there was dog-friendly areas or pubs where we can take the dogs around. But this is the first I've heard that we can bring the dogs in.
When he's at home alone, we always worry, oh, who's going to walk him, whereas now we can go to the pub, come straight to the pub, have a meal and have a drink.
We often use the dog-friendly website to find pubs in the countryside and things like that, because if you've gone out for the day with your dogs, you don't want to have to leave them in the car, especially on a warm day, and it's nice to have them with you.
There's not many places that do allow the dogs, and it's just nice to have a family pub that you can take both children and your dogs to.
It's good to meet different people, different breeds of dogs. It's sociable for the animal as well, for the owner, so it's really good.
You're very inhibited, aren't you, when you go out and you can't stop for a coffee with him. And we go to Wales, we've got a caravan, and most of the pubs there have dogs in, so that's not a problem when we go down. But around here, you can't do that.
And among the customers, there's a famous face. Zook is an ambassador for the charity Room for One More Stafford, and he has over 1,000 likes on his Facebook page.
He's 17 in September. Unfortunately, he's disabled now, but he has a great little life. And this is his new form of transport. These are his new legs. This is what he goes around in. He's sponsored by the charity, as you can see on there. It's called Room for One More Stafford, which is an amazing charity. What they do, they champion the older Staffordshire Bull Terrier or Staffordshire Bull Terriers that end up sort of needing rehoming. And it could be down to any reason, down to their elderly parents have passed away or something like that, or a lot of landlords now refuse to absolutely accept to have dogs in their property. So people have got no choice but to rehome them, and unfortunately no one will want a Staffordshire Bull Terrier. If it's in a home, they think it's dangerous or this and that, and it's absolutely untrue. They're the most loving dogs.
And Richard recognises the importance of these dog-friendly areas in pubs.
It's very important because so many times now people don't want to leave the dog. Well, you can't leave the dog in a car. People used to do that outside pubs and nip in for 5 minutes. When you can't do that anymore. Also, dogs are part of people's families and stuff, and people don't want to leave them. And me personally, if it meant leaving my dog on a nice summer day to go out for about 3 or 4 hours, I'd rather not go if it meant him being stuck in the house fed up. So these type of things are great.
Dotted around the pub are these pet-friendly signs. Only in these areas are the dogs allowed between the hours of 12 and 6, but there are a few other house rules.
We like to keep our customers, our normal, regular customers, happy as well. So we keep the dogs off the furniture, making sure that they're well behaved. Obviously, we try and keep the noise down to a minimum as well. So as long as they're well behaved, keep themselves pretty much into the areas that's for them, then yeah, that's fine for us.
And if this pub is anything to go by, then look out, it could be your local next. Lois Swinnerton for the Midland in Birmingham.